Hello world, I'm coming to you from Prague, Czech Republic, where Devcon has reached its day 2 today, and I'm standing with Hudson Jameson. Hudson, what do you do for the Ethereum Foundation?
Well, kind of whatever they need me to do. I do security, I do some DevOps, and I'm a co-organizer for Devcon.
What is the thing you're most excited about for Devcon? Has it passed yet? Is there something you're looking forward to?
You know, the talks are great. I really, the biggest thing I like is all the connections people are making and like meeting people and how nice and welcoming everyone is from like all types of perspective. Especially one thing I want to point out, the D&I perspective. We have some leads for that this year, and I think it's just a great thing. So that's what I've kind of been most excited about, is the connections being made.
Is there anything that you're looking forward to for the future of Ethereum that's going to be brought up today or the next day, or has been brought up in the past 2 days?
Yeah, so day 1, there's day 0 and then day 1, but the day 1 keynote had Vitalik Buterin on stage, and he gave basically a past, present, and future of Ethereum 2.0, and that was just remarkable. You can go on and see the recording online, but it was just incredible to see where we've been and where we're going. I think it makes everything a whole lot more clear about the direction of Ethereum.
And where can people catch that? Ethereum.org?
No, what you can do is go to the Ethereum subreddit, and there's a link at the very top about the Ethereum Foundation slides and agenda and live stream. If this is recorded much later, it's going to be on devcon4.ethereum.org.
I am here with Julian Behringer, CMO of iExec. Julian, what are you doing here at Devcon?
So we are really happy to be at Devcon 4 here in Prague. We're proud to sponsor the event. So in a few words, what do? We do a marketplace for off-chain computation.
What is that in layman's terms?
Yeah, so if you want to build a little bit more sophisticated decentralized app, then you kind of have to do it off-chain, and you can do that with iExec.
Is there any sort of special announcement that you're making here, or?
Yes, we've just released what we call Trusted Execution Environment end-to-end solution. So
really short name. It's really catchy.
Extremely catchy, as you can hear. But it's really new. It's kind of bringing privacy to those fully distributed apps, and it's actually the first time anybody does that. And the solution is already available. The user guide was also released recently, and you're all invited to test it out, iex.ec.
I'm here with Jerome from Consensus. Jerome, what brings you to Devcon this year?
Well, obviously Devcon is bringing me to Devcon. I've been in Shanghai, Cancun, and now Prague. It's a wonderful Devcon. It's a very great event.
Is there any news you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, my nonprofit, Assets, like an asset with an H, is organizing a conference in Paris again this year. It's called ETHCC, and it's going to happen in the first week of March, from the 4th to the 10th. You will have the Ethereum Magician on Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, ETHCC, and then most likely ETH Paris, the hackathon for the weekend.
Is there anything about Devcon 4 that you're really excited about, something that you've already seen, or a panel that you're excited to see?
Well, Consensus just launched a new client called Pantheon from the Pegasus team, and it's a client written in Java, and it's going to really help on the enterprise side of Ethereum.
We can't wait to hear more from you, hopefully in Paris.
Yeah, join us in Paris. We'd love to have ETHNews in Paris.
We'll be there. I'm here with Afri Sherdon of Parody, and I just want to ask Afri, what are you really excited about for Devcon 4? Has it happened yet? Is it something you're looking forward to?
Well, I'm a client developer to some degree, and I was actually looking forward to see the Pegasus Ethereum client they announced yesterday. That's what probably most exciting for me, but it's like boring core developer stuff.
No, it's not boring at all. Other than scalability, what other issue do you feel that the Ethereum Foundation needs to focus on?
Oh, first of all, I would say Ethereum Foundation is very aware of all the issues and is doing a good job by giving out grants, especially to address all the issues we have. And apart from scalability, there's still a massive problem with usability. So, you want to use a decentralized application, and you have to go also this process buying Ether. You know, like imagine you want to buy a crypto art on Super Rare, or I don't know, want to use a campsite like Spankchain, or you know.
You just want it to be more user-friendly.
Exactly, yeah.
What would you say you find most fun or interesting around DevCon right now?
That's two different questions actually. The most fun, let's start with the fun. Most fun are obviously the crypto puzzles. I really enjoy them, like the artifacts puzzle where you have all these terminals hidden across the venue, and you have to confess, and then you get like an NFT token on your mobile Web3 wallet, and if you collect them all, the secret reveals.
So cool. Any exciting projects you look forward to in the future?
So that's an interesting question because a lot of things happened in the space since last DevCon in Cancun. We see actually prototypes built on top of Ethereum that run in production that solve real-world problems. That's something I'm really excited about.
Something you're also very proud of?
Yeah, we as community and developers can be proud of, and big shout out to Spankchain for empowering like chem girls. Or I also talked with people from Argentina. They know they have this problem that the Argentinian pesos is like dropping so much in value, and big shout out to the Maker team that built a stablecoin that's fully decentralized. And yeah, I met here at the conference people from Argentina that said people are trading DAI on the streets of Argentina, and this is a huge success because, I mean, of course, I could also trade Bitcoin or Ether, but they don't care about this because they want something stable, you know, something more stable, and this is one of the most exciting projects in the space, I guess. Yeah.
At the keynote speech, Piper Merriam talked about the next 1 million developers and getting them involved in the Ethereum Foundation. How do you feel about that? Do you think that's a lofty goal? Do you feel that you're actually going to be able to hit that number anytime soon?
Developers? Did he say developers?
Did he say developers?
I don't know.
I think he did.
I'm sorry about it. I think we need, of course, developers is like the bottleneck in the space, but we also need a lot of designers, a lot of people familiar with good user experience, and of course we need a lot of users. You know, we are still in a very early stage. The aforementioned projects are still lacking users. And
well, for being in an early stage, I think obviously the conference speaks for itself. This is the 4th one. You guys sold out very, very early. So for being in the early stage, you're right. It's only been 4 or 5 years. Do you just see this exploding even more rapidly, or do you feel like it's going to be a slow and steady wins the race type of situation?
If I had the choice, I would go for the slow and steady. You know.
A little more stable.
Yeah, and Ethereum, especially DevCon, was always very focused on, especially in the early years, on this core technology that was not very mature. It was like an alpha, then we went to beta with the different releases. And now we see we are actually starting to talk about issues on actual applications that are out there, and this is to some degree exciting. Yeah.
Very well. You heard it here first, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, Afri.
Oh, thank you.